This is going to show you what I'm working on to kind of track the welder information for AWS ATF. I've always used a database to track most of the welder testing that I do, even with the previous system, but I had to modify it a little bit because of the routing sheet differences. But I'll kind of show you what it does. Not necessarily for everybody, I just figured I'd share it. So I've got a welder information form, and that welder information form's got a place for the picture, but the picture's actually just got to go up to AWS. That's not even a picture of a person. But I got a fake welder right here. It will summarize whatever tests that they've taken in the past. And then I can create a folder for that specific welder by clicking this button. This one's already got one. Close that form. So I've got information that I store for the welder. Then I have weld test details that are global. So this is kind of like a template for actual values and range qualified. I've got information for the weld metal, base metal, position, progression, other information, and then you can save it or exit the form. Then I've got what's called a welder testing application. That's where a specific person wants to take a test. And basically all that happens is I pick their name out of a list, pick the test detail that we already looked at, fill in their required range of qualification. So I've got one that I've done here. I'm still experimenting. So I type that in there. When I pick the test details out, that automatically fills in the number of test assemblies that's required. Then I'll fill in the information where the test is going to be given at. Test requirements are filled in automatically right here from the test template. And then whatever tests are administered for this specific application, they're given a sequence number. This is what's stamped on the actual coupon. And with that, I've got to include the position information. And this form needs a little bit more work. Matter of fact, I need to hide that. Don't need that one. And this is where I'll put the accept or reject status. Got a couple other pages I'm still working on. But anyway, after I save that record, I can actually go to the welder test application on this very first sheet. Click on open a routing sheet. And there's the welder information on the first page, the actual values for the test. This gives me the ID number for the specific test description. There's an ID number that's attached to their application. There's an ID number that's attached to the welder. Put my information about the date that it was entered, ATF, all that kind of stuff. This is automatically populated from the form that I filled out already. And then after that, I attach it to a routing sheet, which I haven't got the interface for that done yet. And then that's what's put on the routing sheet. And I think I've got a couple more things to add. We can print preview it. So basically it puts the welder information on the first page, the actual values for the test, say on the bottom part of the first page, block there for the ATF rep to review it, refers back to the application identification. Then the second and third page, here's the second page. This is going to be for the 3G test. It's got an ID number for the routing sheet, and then of course a welder test identification number. And when I get it actually running, these will probably be synced up. Right now I'm using my old database that I had for the other stuff. But there's a place to check off all of these, fill this out. Now this one's already been filled in. It can be filled out on the computer, or it can be filled out as a paper one. I can print a blank one and just check them off as we go. Destructive test results are down here. Certification statement, then a bottom line certification. Certify the information referenced above is correct. And then again, another ATF rep review on the bottom of each one of the pages. That's kind of what it does. I'm terrible with tracking paper, so I'm hoping I can have it where I'll do it electronically, but figured it might be interesting to someone. Let me know how you're doing your ATF tracking, if you're doing it on a computer, spreadsheet, whatever it may be. But I figured I would share what I'm doing. Have a good day. Peace out.